In a David and Goliath situation, China is the giant, casting a shadow over Taiwan. Taiwan has 974 miles of coastline to defend compared to China's 9,010 miles. China has a vastly superior fighting force of active personnel. Its air power is more than 4 times greater, with superior numbers of fighter aircraft and helicopters. On the ground, China has almost 5 times as many tanks as Taiwan, as well as superior numbers of armoured vehicles, artillery and rocket launchers. And its navy is a modern-day Spanish armada. It includes 2 aircraft carriers, 4 submarines, with 10 times more destroyers and more than twice as many frigates as Taiwan. So should Taiwan fear China's annual exercises in the sea surrounding it?
Every military worth its salt will prepare cycles of exercises, and the PLA is no exception to that. And the PLA's core mission has been to be ready to take on the Taiwan question in whatever format they have to. And that's been their core mission since basically the 1950s. These exercises are an annual sort of occurrence. These are part of the summer exercises, which always last 2 to 3 weeks, right? It's not never a question of a few days. What we're seeing now, it's a particularly large scale and a sort of expanded version of these drills that in their execution are being mobilized to deliver specific political micro-signaling to the Taiwanese, to the Japanese, and I can come back to this point in a minute, to the United States and anybody else is watching.
China is a nuclear power, but while Taiwan lacks military punch, powerful nuclear friends like the US ensure China and the US will think twice before attacking or defending Taiwan.
We've lost a little bit of the muscle memory of understanding what strategic deterrence does in terms of impact it has on international affairs. And certainly that is also the case here when it comes to the United States and China, in understanding the extent to which that would become, a reference part of the framework within which any type of hostility may or may not take place. Having said so, I think it will certainly have an impact. We've seen it in the context of Russia and Ukraine. But also what is certain is that we will continue to debate the extent to which strategic deterrence is limiting, constraining particular policy options, the same way we've seen the debate unfolding at the moment insofar as Russia's behavior vis-a-vis Ukraine. So in that regards, it's a very important question. And we shouldn't this should be the sort of question that starts a conversation, and a conversation that in our military planning, in our policy planning, in our understanding of how crises continue to escalate, should start being brought back into our analysis and assessment. That's really an important factor. If on a rainy day, if it ever happens, we want to be able to understand the exact impact and space that it has on policy actions.
If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to our channel.